This is a vlog about the 2024 Zandvoort Grand Prix. My wife Samantha and I ended up in a few situations that we didn't expect at all after we bought tickets which gave us access for all 3 of the days. Amazing fan experiences, crazy track action, and even some stressful moments that didn't include action on the track. Enjoy this vlog about our experience at the 2024 Dutch Grand Prix. I'm Wimbo, here's 3 seconds to leave a like. Let's go to the Dutch GP.
Yes!
136,000 people decided to take the train to Zandvoort over the Grand Prix weekend. The Dutch Railways, the NS, had trains running every 5 minutes to the small Zandvoort train station. You're being naughty. We're sitting in first class. Zandvoort is the greenest Grand Prix on the calendar with hardly anybody driving to the track. A large group of people cycled to the track as well. So we cycled from our hometown to Leiden, then took a train from Leiden to Haarlem. We then hopped on the Max Express from Haarlem to Zandvoort. From the train station to the circuit was a bit of a hike. If you ever go to a Grand Prix, make sure to wear good, comfortable shoes because you'll be on your feet a lot. Samantha has a step counter on her phone and it measured 25,000 steps every day that we were there. We entered the circuit through gate 4 on the first day, which was a lovely scenic route, but not the best way to spot any of the celebrities who visit the races for work and for fun. The main gate is where you want to be for that kind of action. Arrived at the track, we first decided to check out our seats. As soon as I walked up the steps, I could hear the snollebollekes banging party music and we spotted a bunch of marshals dancing. This is a typical vibe here at Zandvoort. Something we all enjoy a lot. We had seats on the front row, which is great as we're both not very tall, and we had a brilliant view this way without people blocking it. The weather plays a big part in a race weekend. Obviously for the drivers on track, but also for the fans visiting. It was grey and the wind was gusty, and with Zandvoort being a coastal town, you never know what the weather will be like later. It changes from hour to hour, as we discovered over the weekend. It's 12:30 and time for the first F1 on-track action. It's wet and it was fantastic to see the spray behind the cars. Where we were sitting, we could see the cars from up close, and especially on their slow laps, we could properly enjoy the beauty of those technical miracles. Most teams waited a while before coming out, but when we checked the sky, we saw it became brighter and brighter. Even after the speaker announced more rain was expected in 2 minutes, the sun came through and it stayed sunny all day. After the first free practice session, we went to the fan zone to meet up with some Twitter friends. There's so much to do around the track, it would take a whole video to show it all. From sim race battles to a Ferris wheel and a mighty food court with picnic tables and seats to enjoy the food. So at the minute we're on our way back to our seats because we're gonna watch FP2. We had a lovely couple of hours at the fan zone, seeing the interviews with team principal Zach Brown and team principal Christian Horner and the Italian guy from Steak. So yeah, that's what we're doing now, going back to our seats. The weather's lovely, but apparently it's going to be terrible tomorrow.
I'm prepared.
Okay, bye. In between sessions, we're kept entertained by a DJ, a presenter, and party music. It's the sort of music that gets played at after-ski parties and such. It's not really my taste, but I don't let it spoil my mood, and I sing along anyway. Okay, I actually love it sometimes, okay? And then it was time for FP2. Since I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, I just want to travel home and go to bed. See, by the time we get to the train, it's going to be an hour later, and then from the train out, and then cycling home. It's going to be dark before we get home. But we'll stay longer tomorrow, yes?
Okay, Wimbo. It's day 2. We're about to leave the house. What do I have to put on?
Rain clothes.
Yeah, it's another bad day.
It's really, really raining.
Can't really see it from the window, but...
So, I'm just going to put on my, what do you call it?
Poncho.
I'm going to put on my poncho.
Back to... Do you want to translate what it says?
It says, I've been dry for a while. I've been dry humping for a while.
Okay, let's go.
On the Saturday of the Zandvoort weekend, we took the same trip again as the day before. We knew bad weather was on the way, so we went to the HEMA to buy rain trousers. I slept in a little, so we were there at a much busier hour than the day before. Qualification day is usually busier than the Friday, so the waiting times were longer and we had no seats on the train. So we're on the train, but we can't sit because it's so busy and everybody's dressed in orange. It's fun. But the trip went smoothly and we were there before we knew it. We decided to walk through the main gate this time, and that gave us a different view of the circuit. Back at our seats for the second day, we were ready for free practice 3. It wasn't on the way for long when Logan Sargent crashed hard. We could see the smoke from where we were sitting, and that weekend was the last time we'd see the young American in action in F1. The red flag gave me the time to show my Ferrari shirt. As I wanted to show support for different teams on the grid over the weekend. I wore a Williams shirt the day before. In the remaining 2 minutes of FP3, we saw the cars drive by a few more times, which was nice. It gave a bit of a Lab 1 vibe, with all those cars so close to each other. Except for the stay car in front, obviously. After partying with DJ Mental Theo for a bit, we decided we were getting too old for that stuff, and we went for a stroll. So we headed back to the fan zone and food court, and we spotted this brilliant band playing. After chilling there for a while, we were ready for the qualification. And the sun was out, so it was time to put on sunscreen to protect my pale skin. The DJ and presenter did their best to warm up the crowd again. I was talking to all these people behind me and beside me. They were from France, India, Ireland, Brazil, England and lots of Dutchies. Some even subscribed to my YouTube channel. Let's go! So the qualifying started, and in Q1 we saw these 5 drivers get knocked out. Bad weather was looming, and we all wondered if we were going to get through qualifying without rain. In Q2, these were the bottom 5 to be knocked out. And the rest of the grid was like this after Q3. Max Verstappen did well to set the second fastest time. Lando Norris dropped an amazing 3.5 tenths on his head. This is something we see Max doing to other drivers, not the other way around. So this was the first unexpected thing this weekend. Anyway, this is what I said about it while leaving the track. So we're walking home, or home back to the train station, after a very exciting qualifying session. Unfortunately, Max didn't put it on pole, but I'm happy enough to see him in P2, and that's what he said himself as well. So as you can see, the weather never got as bad as we thought. It was just really raining this morning, and yeah, tomorrow morning we're going to be bright and early to get the most out of the full day at the track. And this concludes the session for today. Okay? See you later. Another big walk to the train station, and we thought this is where the adventures of the second day ended. But I was very wrong. The bad weather, which was expected earlier, did finally hit us just before we were close to the Zandvoort train station. We were close, but still very far away, because there was a huge queue in the street before the entry. Thousands of fans wanted to get home, but there was only one station with 2 platforms. Trains were coming every 5 minutes, but the waiting time was close to an hour. This would have been okay if the heavens hadn't opened up and a storm hit us. Gusts of wind and lashes of rain hit us, and even with our ponchos on, we got drenched. It was pretty scary, as everywhere people were holding on to the tents they used for little racing get-togethers. The people treat the Grand Prix weekend like a national holiday. I was afraid that if a panic broke out, people would get crushed. Samantha was less worried, which was fine by me. Eventually, we made it to the very busy platform, where we could travel to Haarlem and then back home. This awful storm was another unexpected event of this weekend, and not a pleasant one. Good morning.
Morning.
We're on the train. It's only 6:30, and we're having our breakfast here because I was up a little bit too late. But yesterday we had some problems with the trains, so yeah, we're going to be ahead of all the traffic. We pretty much got the train to ourselves, which is great, and we're off to the track. Hopefully we'll be there before 8 o'clock, and we might even see some Formula 1 staff coming in. That would be nice. So, see you later. We arrived at the track before 8 o'clock, and we did spot some celebrities, but I didn't have my phone ready as I was taking selfies with someone I know from Twitter. I took these shots of the fan zone and food court just a few hours apart to show the difference a few hours make on a popular race day as the Dutch Grand Prix. Hope you like these fancy transitions. Before going to our seats for the final day, we went and had a look at the 2026 car. It looks at least 10 seconds a lap slower, and the drivers have to shift down to charge the battery. We also had a good look at the driver's trophy, which was displayed at the fan zone. I'm sure Verstappen will take it home a few times before he retires, right? On our way to our seats, we bumped into this lovely English couple who were major Norris fans. I just loved their outfits. In the following conversation, I made a major mistake that made me get a big dose of karma later that day.
Because of Norris.
No, most Dutch people love Lando because Max and Lando are friends.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Okay, well have a great race.
I do.
I hope you get a I'll reveal what I said later. The Dutch Grand Prix organization had organized flags to create a nice atmosphere around the track. I still have the one from Austria, and I always loved the look of thousands of them waving around at the beat of a tune. Samantha passed the time by getting her crochet needles and wool out. That's her hobby. I just hope I don't have to tag along to a wool convention or something. Since you're not allowed to bring food onto the circuit, you must buy what's available there. Now the choices are great. Whether you like pizza or fish or poffertjes, it's all there. I myself love a pointy bag full of chips. Or as the Americans call it, fries. In the Netherlands we have a big debate about what to call it as well. So what we have here is called patat. But in a large part of the Netherlands they call this friet. And people argue about patat or friet like it was Lewis Hamilton versus Max Verstappen. So this is what we're having for lunch. Do you think it looks tasty? So Dutchies, leave a comment. Patat of friet. More fun music before the drivers' parade started. It's fun for us to see the drivers, even if it was in this weird looking flower creation. The actual F1 car made out of dahlias was pretty though. I do feel it's awkward for the drivers to stand there and having to wave all the time. But then, that's what they get paid for. And then it was time to put the flags to work. The overall vibe was great and people loved it. I was getting nervous, so I took a break. At the toilet. There were loads and loads of toilet facilities, and even if there were queues, the waiting time was minimal. A little bit more party with Crisscross Amsterdam, and then Duncan Lawrence sang the national anthem. It was very moving, and then I was ready for the race. More flag action with some music from Amsterdam, and the race got on the way. Now I'd love to be able to say it was a thrilling race, but the only real highlight was Verstappen passing Norris at the start, which gave us hope, but the rest of the race was dull. Norris was able to pass Verstappen after lap 18, and it was soon clear that Verstappen would finish P2. I accepted it, but kept hoping for a late safety car or something. The race ended, and this is where I realized the karma that was dunked on me. I was cheeky to the lovely English couple and said this: I hope you get a second place. But Norris won the race and beat Verstappen with almost 23 seconds. When will I ever learn to shut up? It always backfires. Anyway, then the British anthem was played, which was nice for Samantha, who grew up with God Save the Queen. Although, it's God Save the King now. All in all, we had a fantastic time at the track. We met loads of people we knew from social media, made new friends and had a blast in general. I hope this vlog helps you with deciding to visit the Dutch Grand Prix, as it won't be around forever it seems. I've conducted interviews with loads of people from all over the world, supporting all kinds of drivers, and everyone felt welcomed and safe in Zandvoort, even die-hard Hamilton fans. I highly recommend you come over next season, and if you let me know, we'll arrange a meeting here. Thank you so much for watching. Here are a few more pictures of the weekend. Please leave a like and subscribe. Take care now. Doei doei.